that's enough.
What the is happening? Falling 100 feet and then getting punted into the sky?
Yeah. What? You're hurting them! Oh!
Welcome to Awesomely Awful, where we break down bad movies and how badly we love them. Today, in honor of the new Superman movie that's come out sometime in the week or so that this is being released, we decided to watch the worst Superman movie, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. And joining us on the couch to talk about that, we got Ify Nwadiwe.
Hello.
What's up, Ify?
What's up? Big S on my chest, you know? Superman.
How you feeling about this movie so far?
So far I'm feeling, like I should have watched it. Definitely.
Tell you what, if we had to choose between you remembering to watch the movie or remembering to be here, I'd take you being here every time.
Yeah, thank you.
Amen.
Yeah.
But that is an Awesomely Awful first, and I think it gives us a cool opportunity to really kind of present Superman 4 to you.
Yeah. Also, there is a world in which I have seen this in the mix of, because I couldn't tell you which Christopher Reeve Supermans I've seen. So that might be, actually already saw it. You know what I'm saying? Cross promotion.
That's good. Always be cross promoted.
Always be cross promoted.
Okay, so we have to address the tone of Superman 4. It really feels like an Adam West Batman TV show come to fruition as a movie.
Yeah.
I was certain that it was a movie from the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
And it is from the late 80s.
Okay.
The movie Aliens came out in the same year as this movie.
Oh my god, the idea that this and Aliens came... Aliens?
The second one.
The
sequel.
second one?
Yeah. And this looks like it was made in the 60s and feels like it. I kept expecting the stakes to be higher, and I would be certain that someone was about to die, but nobody dies. And even as I say this, I'm telling you nobody dies, and we will watch a clip and you'll be like, well, no, this person's died.
They died.
Yeah.
Y'all come back and see us now, yeah? Launch.
Go so far!
Right.
Yeah, the car blew up, right?
The car blew up.
Flew 4 stories
black
into a
smoke.
quarry.
What?
They're not even hurt. They're just dusty.
They're just dazed and dusty.
They literally have the constitution of Wile E. Coyote. It's like it's fine. As long as I look a little dusty and hold up a sign. Mama?
And there kept being moments where I was like, well, this is when it's going to at least give us some stakes, some sense that some people can die. And that is when they introduce Nuclear Man into the situation. Even when this villain, Nuclear Man, is unleashed on the streets of Metropolis, and Superman is like begging him, like, no, the people, please. I'm like, oh, we're about to see some people like get exploded.
Yeah.
We're about to see mass carnage.
Yeah.
Instead, this is kind of what we see.
Oh no. Oh no, they got out of the van just in
not
time.
everybody.
Oh, spinning. Whoa.
His gun went limp.
They're probably dying. No, he's just floating them.
Superman just gotta stare at him.
He anti-floats them.
Stop, that's enough.
Superman could not watch for another second while these people get spun in the air.
Stop! You're killing them!
No, I'm not.
I'm floating them.
That SWAT guy slowly doing a 360 out of the back of the van.
Yeah.
And Superman be like, enough!
Please! You're hurting them!
Oh!
So Superman 4 is a movie that constantly has you asking the question, is this the plot? There are so many things going on the entire time that are so confusing.
It might be because the original movie had 45 more minutes of content.
What?
Yeah. There's a whole other villain in this movie that gets completely cut out. Yeah. Like a Nuclear Man version 1.
What a moron!
It screened, and then audiences hated it. And they're like, we'll take out all the bad parts so that it's even worse and doesn't make sense now.
Yeah.
But at least you don't have to be there as long.
Yeah.
He's on the Kent family farm,
Okay, yeah.
and he's selling the farm. And
Oh, yeah.
in a bizarre scene, we see something that I can only describe as a green mom hole.
Green hole.
Is that accurate?
And he says this every episode.
The green mom. So you're looking for the green mom hole. You've changed since having that baby.
Tell me this isn't a green mom hole.
Oh, yeah.
Get the green hole part.
Listen carefully, my son.
Yeah, that is a green mom hole.
Is that not a green mom
I
hole?
have to take back everything I said. I did, in fact. It is a green mom hole. What you didn't see from the editing is Waleed got up to find the scene. He was like, we don't have this clipped out, and immediately found it.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was his desktop background.
Yeah. Green mom hole is locked in.
No, I don't know where the green mom hole is. This scene is about him selling the farm, and nothing happens. We never see the farm again.
No. It's a waste of time.
It's
Yeah.
a waste of time.
Most scenes are in this movie.
Anytime
Yeah.
y'all are gonna point out something, I was like, this didn't make sense. I'm like, that's probably part of that 45-minute chunk that we're missing.
For sure.
There's just a whole like scene where he's negotiating, and then the mom hole's like, don't sell.
The next plot that kind of gets introduced is the Daily Planet gets sold to a rich person who's turning it into like a National Enquirer tabloid magazine.
Okay.
The entire office is sitting around a desk, and he's looking through a newspaper going, boring, sucks.
Abominable.
And that seems like it's a pretty solid through line until about halfway through the movie, they completely forget about it and we don't really talk about that ever again. And then at the very last second, they resolve it by being like, a different big bank put up enough money and they bought it. So it's back to being the Daily Planet. It's like,
Yeah. It all gets fixed in one line of dialogue.
Yeah.
So I convinced them to lend me the money. I bought up all the outstanding shares. And you, Mr. Warfield, are now a minority shareholder.
Another plot that gets introduced is we see a report from the president being like, the Cold War's pretty bad and we got to stockpile all of our nukes. And then we see this scene.
I am announcing the following measures.
The best thing we can do is to try to think positively. Now, is there anything we can do? Doesn't anyone have a suggestion? All right?
Come on, kids, fix the Cold War.
Yeah, I would straight up be at the PTA meeting cutting up. It was like, do not ask my kids to solve global crises.
Jeremy, what do you think we can do about the crisis?
He doesn't even know what's going on.
Damn, roasting his ass.
I tell you who I'd write a letter to that would do some good.
Who, Santa Claus?
No, Superman.
Did he speak backwards and then they played it in reverse?
I tell you who I'd write a letter to that would do some good.
I can tell you who would do some good.
Like it's like, it feels like either someone who has an accent trying to suppress it,
Yes.
or someone who doesn't and trying to create one. For that, I don't blame the kid. I blame Hollywood, who was like, look here, see, I need you to do this scene without your wacky tacky accent. And if I don't hear it, I'm gonna kick you out of here and find some kid. Maybe that McCulkin family I've been hearing about.
Isn't it? It's Macaulay Culkin, but they combined it. This is McCulkins. It's that McCulkin
Is that
family.
McCulkin family?
Yeah, I've been
That's before
They're
they blown
new.
up.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
new.
yeah.
McCulkins, right?
McCulkin.
No, you're sir. You were looking for Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, I saw his mom and she was off to work, left him home alone. Wait a second. Wait a second.
This kid does end up writing a letter to Superman saying, hey, can you fix the Cold War?
Yeah.
Superman is like, goes to the UN. He's like, I think I'm going to fix the Cold War.
Effective immediately, I'm going to rid our planet of all nuclear weapons.
And about 4 minutes after this scene takes place, he throws all the nukes at the sun and they're all gone. And then the only other plot that gets introduced is the Luthors, Lex Luthor and his nephew helps him break out of prison. It's one of the laziest motivations I've ever seen.
Destroy Superman!
Lex Luthor is just a hater. Like that, canonically, he just does not like Superman. Like he's like, he thinks Superman is bad for humanity. Like he's like, we're humans. We're letting this alien. We're giving too much praise to an alien when we should be thinking about advancing like the human race. But like that's pretty much Lex Luthor's ambition always is like, nah, I don't like him.
But honestly, even you just talking for 5 seconds about that is like way more impactful and three-dimensional than him saying it at the same time as John Cryer going,
Destroy Superman!
Like a cartoon character.
Like a cartoon character. It makes so much sense that this movie had cut so much because it really feels like 5 rough drafts of movies like stitched together to turn into this horrible thing.
Well, I feel like, yeah, because at this point, Superman was doing so well. They're like, there's no way we are going to stop making these movies. Maybe.
Well, this stopped it.
Yeah.
The Luthors are the least intimidating bad guys I've ever seen. Ever seen in a movie. To start, is this what Lex Luthor looks like? Gene Hackman with hair?
His baldness kind of is like a big thing.
Huge thing.
Yeah.
Huge thing.
That's why it's so scary.
And just robbing you of representation.
Yeah.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch the movie. Yeah.
That's your guy.
That's my guy.
I was like, oh, I'm ready to see some bald action.
Yeah, I was offended by the amount of hair he had.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a thing where he's like, all right, well, for the amount you're paying me, I'm not cutting my hair.
Oh my God! It just dawned on me why you're like, he's not bald. Lex Luthor's always bald.
He's always bald.
Yes.
I was not like tracking that for a second.
He always has a shaved head. Always.
You're right. That is so weird.
He looks nothing like Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
That's like if they made Superman bald in this.
Yeah.
And then like John Cryer looks like Mountain Dew come to life. He looks so strange. His catchphrase is, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So
it felt very much like, stop trying to make oh no work.
It was like trust me, people are going to be saying it. It's going to be on T-shirts.
And then the other thing that I just can't get over with these guys is their outfits.
Oh my God.
Why are those pants? This is Lex Luthor? In what comic does he look like this? He's wearing a varsity jacket and plaid pants.
I think that maybe they're in disguise, but then also you see them in moments where they're not in disguise and they're dressed equally as goofy.
At the very end of the movie, they look like, I'm not even kidding, Looney Tune villains.
But they look like they're about to do wacky races.
Exactly.
It's like a Rocky and Bullwinkle thing.
Yeah, yes.
I only have one more moment that I have to point out, and Ify, I know you've seen some of the other movies. Maybe you can help describe if this is a callback or not. I don't know what the is happening here. He's dancing with a fancy lady.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this has no context whatsoever. There's no reason for that in the whole movie.
It's like, we have to let them know he's rich somehow. How do we do it? Marie Antoinette is dancing with him. Marie Antoinette.
I love how upset you're getting about it and
so
how
mad
big.
at it.
What's so funny to me is like, that's what every 5 seconds of this movie is like.
In this movie, there is a love triangle / love square. It is Lois Lane, who is in love with Superman.
Yes.
And then the owner of the newspaper has a daughter, Lacey.
Yep.
She's in love with Clark Kent.
Okay.
So one of the things that isn't too surprising is this leads to a Mrs. Doubtfire style 2 dates 1 night type of situation.
What?
It's the most boring example of this I've ever seen in my life. I fast forwarded through it. I couldn't stand how long it was.
Oh, wow.
I did have a superhero-esque battle with this movie where I fell asleep 15 times to this movie. And I felt like that I've got 2 dates at the same time scene. It lasted 2 hours.
It is so wild to expect Superman to have a date night. It's like, if he's with you, people dying.
Yeah.
People spinning.
Yeah, people
spinning.
People are being spun.
Nobody's dying.
People are being spun at speeds
Superman, where are you?
that are honestly not that scary.
The other thing that shocked me about this is Lois doesn't know Clark Kent is Superman. In the fourth movie?
Because he wears glasses.
Like in Spider-Man 2, MJ finds out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is the fourth movie?
And I do like the most recent Spider-Man's take on it, where it's like, I connected the dots.
I figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, like, let's give women some credit here.
Totally.
You know, like, I mean, movies like this is why men think they can cheat.
That is the perfect setup for the scene in which she actually does find out that Clark Kent is Superman in this movie.
Oh.
Please, do you feel better? Clark?
Not talking, not responding.
Clark, things aren't that bad. Clark, stop! Clark! Superman.
Thoughts?
So he just, without saying anything, walks off. She, for some reason, does it with him. Like, that's the part that I think is drawing me the most.
Fair. Yeah.
Like, because anyone else would be like, what are you doing? Yeah. But she's like, what?
She's certain she's dying.
Yeah.
Into like,
because he goes down further.
Yeah.
Takes the time to change and come back while she's like making peace. She's closed her eyes. She's like, I'm out of here. And then gets picked up by Clark in the glasses.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't say Superman until she takes off the glasses.
No, she's still like, why can Clark fly?
And is wearing Superman's clothes.
Yeah, weird. What?
Seeing all the sights. There you go.
So he can give people flying powers?
Is she flying?
We don't know.
At that point, you have to assume she was flying.
You remember, don't you?
I remember everything.
Literally me after my first kiss.
Yeah.
Lois, it's time to go. We'll be late.
Huh? What am I doing out here freezing my butt off?
What? So.
Yeah, please explain it to us.
Please let us know what you just saw.
He revealed he was Superman, and they flew all over everywhere. He gave her a kiss, and she froze in that moment. And when he came back, she didn't remember everything, even though she said, "I remember everything."
That's right. That's right. She said, "I remember everything," and the next thing that happened was her memory got wiped. She must have had her memory wiped once a movie, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
And the resolution of this love triangle is about halfway through the movie. We stop seeing Lacey again.
Oh, yeah, that's so weird.
She just disappears.
She pops up occasionally, but she and Superman or Clark Kent are never in a scene together from about the halfway point for the rest of the movie.
That's probably part of that 45-minute chunk that we're missing.
For sure.
I knew coming into this, Superman generally has a lot of powers, right? In this final climactic battle, the longer the fight went on, the more questions I had about who can do what.
And he can rebuild the Great Wall of China.
With his eyes.
Yeah, so he has heat vision and Bob the Builder vision.
He has Bob the Builder vision, you were right.
Yeah.
Here we get a power from Nuclear Man that I thought all his powers were heat-based and blast-based.
Yeah.
And then he does this.
He has ice breath?
Freezes him inside and then blows him away.
Why does the guy from the sun have ice breath?
They just making shit up at this point. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
So then Nuclear Man's at it again. He picks up the Statue of Liberty and just throws it at Metropolis. And then Nuclear Man uses his other really big power, which is his very scary nails. Uh-oh. Ah, dang it. Okay, this part. This might be my favorite moment. Just punch his ass.
Yeah.
Into oblivion.
Yeah. See you later.
The like lowest low of this movie is Superman getting scratched on the back of the neck. Oh, falling 100 feet and then getting punted into the sky.
Yeah.
And they play dramatic music over it. I started to realize that they're really just doing powers that they feel like they could get away with what they're able to do filming wise.
Oh yeah.
That's
You
such a
know?
good point.
And one of them is, I guess, just being able to reverse time.
Ooh, okay.
Nuclear Man literally at one point in this montage of destruction just starts reversing time.
I think you're wrong.
You do?
I think they're going for like this guy. It looks like he like gets hit backwards.
Oh.
But instead they just reverse him jumping forward.
Well, let's get your take on this.
Yeah. Do you think this is Nuclear Man has reverse powers, or do you think this is just a filming trick? And by trick I mean bad.
Stop! Don't do it! The people!
Sends the cars back.
That is very
The
hard.
cop goes like this. Scoots, but doink. Off.
But
I think
will
it's a
say,
blast.
This is very hard, and I hate that I cannot be a definitive voice in this argument because it looked like it could go either way. It does look like it is supposed to seem like a blast back, but it also looks like a time reversal.
I think they realized that they're like, we needed to make it so that the cops get taken out of the equation here, but we didn't film any of that. I guess if we just put it in reverse, it looks like they're getting removed.
Yeah.
We do have them coming in. That's effectively them going out if we reverse it.
Reverse it.
Then he goes and Nuclear Man steals Lacey as a captive, which then we learn Lacey has a secret superpower, which is she can breathe in space.
He takes her into space
And she's fine. She's just fine.
It never comes up that it's an issue.
It never comes up. There's another time where Superman has to stop a speeding train because the conductor has a heart attack and dies. So how about the train conductor? Don't even show his face, just has a heart attack. Oh, dies. But remember, nobody dies in this movie.
Oh, and then this is the moment that I'm sure the audience cheered for.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Phone booth. No one watched him go in that phone booth.
Superman. Dead.
Yeah.
Literally grabbed his heart and went, and fell over. I don't know what that does.
Electricity powers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now check this out.
He'll be all right. I think he needs a doctor.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
One moment. I'd like all the people back there to know that our subway system is still the safest and most reliable means of public transportation. Thank you.
What?
That 1 minute blew my mind because I was like, what? That guy's dead.
Okay.
And it's so funny that he comes and says, he's fine. Also, the trains are safe, everybody.
I might need y'all to add a clip to this.
Yeah.
This is the energy that whole scene reminded me of. Have you seen this?
No.
Are you okay?
So good.
But just watch this, like, are you okay? And in this movie, he would go, thank you, yes, and run off in this movie.
He would respond with, the trains have never been safer.
Do not let this deter you from riding public transportation.
When Sean and I and Ify watch a bad movie, we rate them on a scale of -10 to 10, where a -10 is a movie so bad that it's good, a +10 is a movie so good that it's good, and a 0 is a movie that's just so bad it's bad. It's just a stinky bad movie. Sean, what would you give this thing?
I give this movie a -2.
Whoa.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It is so bad, and not even in an enjoyable way, honestly. So much more fun to just see clips out of context with this one. Us sitting on this couch here was 100 times more fun than I had watching this movie on my own.
I agree that it wasn't the most enjoyable thing to watch. I think I'm still going to give it a -5. I think I'm going to go -5. There were just enough pops. There are so many bad special effects, bad acting, bad script choices, bad plot choices that the whole time I could scream at the screen, and that's the kind of movie I'm usually looking for. So I'll go -5.
I'm gonna say, just listening to you, having you consider it as a pitch, it sounded like it would be a -7. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you.
Wow, I love it.
If you have to sit and watch it alone, terrible. But if we all just decided we're gonna sit down and watch this,
yeah, that's
I think
fair.
it would be really fun. And for all those lulls, we'll just talk about something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once something funny happens, we're like, look at the screen.
It does also feel like a movie that if you were in a group and everybody was kind of chatting through it, you'd constantly be like, wait, did we miss something? You didn't.
You did not.
Yeah, let this be a guide if you do choose to do what we said. We didn't.
Thank you so much, Ify, for coming
Thanks
and
for
doing
having
the
me.
show. Do you have anything you want to plug or?
Yeah, I'm actually on Dropout on Ify Nwadiwe on socials. I got some shows coming up, so stay tuned for that. And, you know, when I do the next episode of this and actually watch the movie, it's going to be a good time. Thanks, the people!
You're killing me! You're killing me!
After spinning that much, I'm like, okay, I can see where eventually.
Where Superman would beg people to
Oh,
stop.
actually, I get it.
Yeah.
Actually, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Nuclear Man, stop. You're hurting me.
What? Y'all are funny as hell.
Dude, you too, man.